so today's deck of choice is going to be Shiyana. I think we're going to put a pin in mech for a little bit, right? We'll do Shiyana, and then we'll finish things off with Max and New Dash. So, Shiyana, you're a wizard. Yeah, so we have the new specialization, Sonata Phantasmia. Now, I don't really have to tweak this deck at all, right? Because it is pretty much the setup that I want to play, and we can just hop into some games, but we'll just run through a few things. So we're still running the flails, right? We're still running, where is it? Blood on our Hands, High Striker, although we've tweaked it a little bit. So one, we're only running one Blood on our Hands. If we get off, good. We're not gonna, bank our whole end game strategy on Blood on our Hands. And then High Striker, instead of it being the red, we're now running the yellow, because I think 4 is more than enough to pay for Blood on our Hands, and is more useful for pitching into a few different things. Blue High Striker as well. I don't actually know why that's in there. Probably for number reasons. But the go is basically, right, stall out with Frost or go into Sonata Phantasmia, right? Probably need a bit more pitch. The main real thing to get on board is the Teklo Cores, right? Super useful. And then we have all the heavy hitting Guardian stuff as well, along with a Premeditate and the Gauntlets. We can go for one massive hit to try and get our High Striker off. Remembrance is also good for cycling things back, right? So we can cycle, is it just attacks? No, it's any actions, good. So we can cycle back some Frost stuff, we can cycle back the Sonata. I don't know how doable the 6 or more, right? Because we have to pitch 12, meaning that if this is in our arsenal, we need all blue, right? That sounds pretty impossible. If we have the Teklo Core, that's 10. It's still, pretty difficult to get off without ways to generate. But still, getting a bunch of Rune Chant tokens on board is still nice enough. Now, they proc off of, can I find them? There is that tokens. Of course, they're not there. Right, we'll just go to cards for a second and we'll go Rune Chant, because I always forget how exactly they proc. The load should be this one. Right, so when you play an attack action card or activate a weapon. So any attack action is fine, doesn't have to be Rune Blade, or if we swing with our flail, they'll proc. So that's good enough. We'll play a game, probably tweak it a little bit, and then play some more. Right, we're against Kasai, going first as well. Unfortunate. So far, oh my god. That's an awful hand. We're probably just ditching the Remembrance to try and draw into something, because that is god awful. That is a horrible play. Ugh. And then yeah, we're probably just playing Tome. I mean, I could have cycled the Tome back, I suppose. Also, right, I kind of thought they were going first. Gorgarian Tome. Alright, because auto passed. That put into our arsenal. Is that right? Is that what I meant to do? I don't know what that first round was. Yeah, I get confused now and then. But we'll play. We can get 5 cards in hand. Oh, that's looking good. So what's the whole thing? If they do land an attack, if you've attacked 2 or more times, create a copper token. Now, do we want to block? I kind of want to cycle the Steel Blade Supremacy. Right, why do I have Deep Blue? To pitch into Sonata. But we have Premeditate into the Endless Winter. So I'd like to get rid of both of these cards. We don't have a way to cycle that. Do I just block with one? Nah. We'll just block for 2. Definitely cycle the Blazing Aether, because there's still a chance we can get Steel Blade Supremacy off. Though not at this point. Pass. How much damage are we going to take on this first round? God, I can't talk today. 10. That's fantastic. But that's their turn done. Does this do anything for us? Sword attacks? No. If it was weapon attacks, maybe. But then again, we don't actually pay, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we want to end this winter. So I can Deep Blue. We pop the Tome first. Draw a card. What do we get? Cool Down Lightning. So we need to pop Deep Blue, right, to go into this. So we Premeditate, Endless Winter, fuse it. Yeah, okay. So Deep Blue. We're getting rid of Steel Blade Supremacy. That pitches for 3. We can Premeditate. We can Goliath Gauntlets. And then play Endless Winter, pitching, Cool Down Lightning, and fusing it. Yeah. Your big payoff seems a lot easier than my big payoff. For reference. Still, how was it? We'll get the Frostbite tokens, and it was fused too. So if it, where is it? Hits an area until whenever they activate, no, that's the wrong one. If it was fused, whenever the defending hero adds a defending card to the chain link, create a Frostbite token. Yeah. So that's whenever they add a card from hand. So they'll take some damage, but we're pretty much checkmate at this point anyway, right? We can't really come back from 8. I don't think. Unless, you know, the Frostbite stalls them out, which I don't think it will. Overpower, so they are creating 1, interestingly. They create 3. Oh, because they're also using sync. What happened? I don't know. Let's go on the Arsenal, because I can proc its effect, regain some life. We do have the Buzzsaw Trap. Defense and attack. Right, so no attack action. So we can silence one of their weapons if they make it too strong. But we don't really have any attacks now, do we? No. So they did nothing, that's fine. So we're probably doing nothing as well, and just sticking this in our arsenal. I'd like to get the Technocore on board, but I don't think we do. Right? I think we play the tome. We'll pitch High Striker, because that's the less benefits. We did get Spark of Genius. We'll add the Buzzsaw. Can't do anything with this hand, unfortunately. I'd like to get both cores into play, but we just can't. So have the Buzzsaw to silence their buffed weapon. Just go all in on the first one. Yeah, that's what we want. It's doing 5. That is not very much. The second one's going to be worse, right? Surely. Frost Hex. And sure, cooldown lightning, so you create the token. They should have reaction, surely. Yeah, Blade Runner, always. Six. Pass. Trap. Pass. Okay. Wow. What is this? Play an attack action card. That's annoying, because these aren't attack actions. It's a blue Pitchfall, so I'm just going to use this one. Do we stick in our arsenal, though? Well, yeah, because we won't draw 4. We got the Phantasmia, which is cool. I don't think we survived this turn to get it off, though. Right? And we'd only have 2, 5, 8, 10. We're too short. But then I get the other one into play. It's annoying. So we're gonna take massive damage here. Unless I block. Right, we have the Spike Pit Trap as well, which is only 3. We can play the other core and keep Phantasmia. I think that's probably our go, but then we have to survive one more turn anyway. We just gotta take the 2. Blade Runner? You always have an attack reaction. Come on, you're Kasai. Alright, it's asking you, so we know you got one. Show us. Show us what's on board. Just go again. Don't they get go again off of Slice and Dice? No. No, they don't. Yeah, this next one's gonna hurt, though. Right? Brave Force. Oh, it's only 6. I was a bit more worried. I mean, it's so awful. Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to get this off. That'd be great. But we're not going to. With go again, discards their hand, then draws that many -1. So that'd be nice. We have 4 plus 3. Sorry, guy, I'm doing math. 7, 9, 11. No, we have to keep our entire hand if I want to go for the Sonata, which I do want to. We'll go for Proc. It might cripple them enough, right, for us then to ping it. Because Scarred 3 is pretty strong, and we can just proc it off of very easy things. Reaction. You're running our steam. 3. We should be blocking, but we're not going to. Don't have a reaction. I mean, I can always play the trap. Yeah. Ah! It's annoying. I have to. Just wanted to get the Sonata off. I mean, we can frostbite them, I suppose. But then we only get one more round anyway. Spark of Genius does nothing for us. We're just going to go for Sonata. So we have 4, 8, so 10. Fortunate. Slightly off. Setup is going to be hard to get that off properly. Now we draw into our strong cards. I mean, we still have one turn to play Crippling Crush. Not that we survived this round, in all honesty. What are some other strong blues we could chuck in to make it a little bit better? I mean, the whole idea was to save deep blue, right? For it. But I played a bit early. I mean, we're probably done at this point anyway. I mean, we have the embodiment, so we could go Crippling Crush into Arcanine Sensei, or Arcanine Sensei into Crippling Crush, which would be nice. Right, but then we'd still have to keep. But no, there's no way you get Crippling Crush off anyway. Ugh. I'm definitely overblocking in case they have something. We'll just play the Arcanine Sensei, I suppose. But I think it's a lost cause. Oh. No. Why are they spamming it? It's a request undo. Thank you. Really? That is salty. The request undo. You made a mistake. I predicted and overblocked, right? Surely I'm in the right. I mean, I would have lost next turn anyway. I mean, the best I could do was Arcanine Sensei for, what, 1? Right? And then, if it hits, create more, but that's not really great. It does 5 damage. Yeah, there's not really much we could have done to come back from. So, I don't know. That's my first experience with not so friendly player. Ooh, new Prism. Interesting. Oh, it's not a bad start. I forget who was going first. Pretty sure we haven't been asked once. Right, in the past 5 games, I haven't won the roll once. Genesis, they're just getting stuff on board. We don't have a lot of block, but you don't... Well, actually, you do have access to Luminaris, so I guess you are. What is this? Whenever a Herald once per turn banish card for Prism Soul. Yeah, so we don't have any benefit from picking you. Do I just go into Endless Winter? Right, off of... Just from the get-go? Just to try and swing hard? Right, we can fuse it if I spend these 2 cards. Yeah. It's a good opener. They don't have any defense yet. I mean, they have ward, so we're gonna pop ward, don't they? Right? I don't know. Play by ear. 10 damage. Sorry, yeah, 10 damage to who? Probably Prism, right? I know Genesis is probably the thing you want to proc, but we don't have minor damage. But we are fusing it, right? Try and stall them out, slow them down. Although a lot of the things are just 0, yeah? Because Luminaris is just a busted weapon. Right, conceptually it's cool. How could you retool it? Because the new Luminaris is awful in comparison, right? 10 damage. They're just laying 10 damage through. Interesting. I mean, both of these kind of suck coming around. And I guess we just add to the arsenal. You can only fuse from hand, right? So, I mean, we have the Crown of Providence to cycle it. Okay. So, it's basically just a race, right? Us trying to beat them down. I mean, the good thing is we have... No, we don't. That's a 5. I was going to say we have attacks to work their magic. Ugh. Are we just laying damage through? I think we're just laying damage through. Right. We have the Spike Pit Trap. If it hits, put it into your soul. Definitely sink that. This would only be 5, so I don't think there's a point. Right, because it's going to their soul anyway. And we just need to keep up the pressure. I mean, if we can get High Striker off, we can't because it's cost 6. Right? We have all the other combo pieces. If only we had copper. Why do they have minus... Oh, right, because to stop Phantasma proccing. 7. We can get away with pitching 2 cards. Right? So we can still go for that. And we can probably still go from Blood on hands. We might be able to do something here. Depending if they let us swing through. They still can swing with 4 at this point. Right? So we still survive. 5. 6. Can they swing with Frostbite Auras? That'd be interesting. But yeah, so we deep blue, Spike Pits. No, because this is 1 or more, so we don't have to go again. It's unfortunate. We're probably ditching the Steel Blade Supremacy. Or do we want to go for the minor attacks and try to finish it off with Arknight? That's probably the better play. Right? Play Steel Blade, proc this, go for a swing, see if they let us through. Just trying to think what's the best way to try and crush them. Because we don't survive another turn. Oh, they flipped it over. They don't have the action point, do they? Is this ours or theirs? No. Okay. Alright. How do we play this turn? If we can get the draw off, that's obviously the right thing to go for. But I don't think we can get the draw off. So we just go for the dominates. Then being able to proc the tokens would be great. This is just an attack you control hits. Do they count? Does that count? If that counts, then that's the go, right? We'll go for it. You never rationalize that if the player lagged me, mainly because it's such low damage. We'll try it. They don't have any instant things that can harm us, right? All they have is protection. Right? They're spooking me out. What instance does Illusionist have? In the form of attacks? I don't think they have anything in the form of attacks, right? No. Okay. So we have High Striker. We're proccing Steel Blade. And we're just pitching the Spike Trap. We can still go for 2 swings, though. Not with the same weapon, though. What do we attack? We're just going to attack them. Because I think that's probably the thing they defend least, right? Really just trying to fish for the draw. Surely they block. They didn't, but Ward prepared the draw, right? That was the go. Yeah, I forgot about that. We have 2. I can't get to 6. So we probably just swing with the other one. Okay, so I understand Ward a bit better from this matchup. You go for their Angels. Right, and that way it doesn't proc Ward. Okay, another GG, but, you know, the games are significantly closer than when I was just going for the flail shtick, right? We can get a embodiment. Oh, it does have Dominate. Oh, it does have Dominate. Well, that was the wrong card to pick. Oh, well. Should we do one more? I think we'll do one more. Oh, we won the roll, but we're playing Prism again. I mean, we just gotta outpace them, right? This is old Prism too? Yeah, it's even worse. Oh well. We'll see what we can do. Still fun, nonetheless. Oh, no, they disconnected. Right, our new opponent is FaB from the pitcher. Still going first. Because if we can get any of the Frostbite out is good against Ninja. If I'm rationalizing it correctly. Which I don't know if I am. Which we didn't, but we did get Sparky Genius. We could just go for a Crippling Crush straight away. Start the game with Sphinx Flame once per turn. I mean, it doesn't do anything for us. But we can... What can we do? Can we get High Striker off and still forward Crippling Crush? No, because we can only get 3. So I might as well pitch the whole hand and just go for a big initial Crippling Crush. Which I think is always just the go. Right, Crippling Crush. Even though I'd like to get the Tekla Claws out. Because it just makes playing subsequent things much easier. Still, you can't argue with the 13 Crippling Crush, I think. Even though they do obviously get their hand back. Right, so it would have been better going second almost. We had the opportunity to defend, and then we could have swung big. Really? Is it that much of a shutdown against FaB? Huh. Right, lucky last matchup is Kasai again. We'll go first. Again, I don't know what the correct merit is of this deck. Really? God, what is wrong with my draws? I suppose we're just playing Steel Blade into a crappy swing, because why not? There's nothing else to really do. Ay. I mean, we could Remembrance it back. That's fun. I need to take these out. If you draw into them this early, they're just awful. Horrible draw. At least we have the trap. Although it's not the best trap. We want the Buzzsaw, right? Oh, my draws are just always so awful. In cycle 1, I suppose, we definitely don't want blazing Aether at this point. We know they're going to buff, so we might as well overblock. I mean, that's the smartest thing to always do. We're definitely sinking the other one. And we're just playing the Tekla Core. Yeah, Blade Runner, see? It's very obvious. Oh no, that's next weapon. Oh, that was wrong to overblock. I thought I was so smart. Instead, I am so dumb. We don't need the Arcanine Ascendancy then. Yes, I know it gets buffed. It's fine. Always overblock the second one. Interesting. Okay, all we're doing is playing Tekla Core. And arsenaling. Crippling Crush. We can cool down Lightning into it. And go for High Striker, I suppose. Depends what they do this turn. Because we're pitching at least a blue and a yellow. So we can use 2 cards, I suppose. They're doing 6. I mean, if we clamp back, we might be able to turn things over. But I should probably try and block a little. If we go for cooldown Lightning, at least we could probably swing as well. Right, we could probably go for a double swing. It's your second. Your next weapon attack. I play that first, right? And 5. We take the 5 on the chin. It's our turn. At least we can go for a 13. I mean, Kasai does nothing for us. Like Gauntlets. Crippling Crush. Please tell me I counted right. Thank God. 13. See what they block with. Full block. Which means we get our beautiful Rune Chant tokens. Yeah, no. I'm pretty sure this is not worth it because it puts us in pretty low range for the Sabres. But hey, it's some extra damage, right? Taste my rune chant. Come on, give me something big to keep the pressure on. We got Starstruck, which we can play again if we pitch everything. So we can definitely keep up the pressure. Won't be as high as damage. How do we want to play this? If I turn one into blue, we still have to pitch everything, right? Because we have 2, 5... No, if I turn one into blue, we're fine. So we probably want to go for the cooldown lightning to zap them, right? I'd like to get the copper off, but, you know, the best thing to do is not actually go for that. We'll do that. We'll play cooldown lightning. Then we'll play Starstruck. And we'll pitch the spark. I mean, we're applying the pressure, which is good. It's what we want. Right, so what is it? Whenever the defending hero adds 1 or more defending cards from their hand to the chain, this deals 1 damage to them. They go for the gear. Still doing 4, right? So they have to do 1 more. Yeah, so actually play around the spark because of the gear. It probably wasn't worth it then. It's probably better going for the high striker. And didn't really cause them to fatigue out. And now they're going to clap back with a very hefty... Was it? Next gains 2 and go again. Endless Winter is probably the play, so we need to pitch 4. So 1 in blue. I would like to keep Ice Eternal. To fuse it, but I guess we can't at this point. Next one's going to sting, though. It's only 2. Guess that doesn't sting that much. The fuse. Going for the fuse probably was better there, in actuality. Yeah, I think going for the fuse would have been better. Taking the extra damage. Because we're so low already anyway. Right, because then at least it would be... whenever they add a card, they get the Frostbite token. Now it's just if they take damage, so of course they burn their hand. They keep 1 card to play, the Centauri Saber. We do have our Buzzsaw Trap, which is nice. It's only doing 2. We're going to go into... Arcanine Sensei would be 6, so we need to keep 2 blues. Which is fine, so we can use 1 trap. Right. Yeah. Okay, so we don't do any of that. Actually, I probably want to block with Northern Winds because it was 2 on 2. Because either of these traps would have been better if they had a fuller hand. Okay. Throw out Arcanine Sensei. Got Dominate, so it doesn't actually help our cause of trying to reduce their hand size, right? Because they're not in, you know, lethal range, so to speak. So it doesn't really matter if we get the 5 and the Rinchant tokens. They still full block. Interesting. I mean, none of their gear is destroyed. Which makes it super valuable. And then we get the Gorgarian Tome. This will definitely be game, right? I think, yeah, the mishap was the Endless Winter. Because we would have then kept up the pressure. And right now we've got nothing to go into. And even if I do that, if this was a blue, right? Because Seismic Surge should work on that because it's Guardian. +2. The next one's going to get us anyway. Right? Yeah. 4 damage, so I'd have to get rid of the Endless Winter, which I don't want to. Just curious. Yeah, next Guardian attack. So it does work with Endless Winter. But that will be game, right? There's no reason prolonging the inevitable. We're in a bad cycle. We're too low. We're just still taking 1. So no, it's right. And 41 is quite nice. Right? Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Still a fun deck, right? I'm still going to get a decent level of play out of it. We'll continue to refine it as we go. Hopefully we can come up with something half decent for Shiyana. Again, I'm not trying to be super competitive. I'm just trying to have some fun. And I'm having a good show of that. Deck will be in the description like usual. Hope you enjoyed nonetheless. See ya.